Hello, good morning, welcome to this week's vlog. Today I'm going to be asking myself the two questions I ask every guest on the podcast. So let's put our best foot forward and let's see where we get to. Okay, so here we go. What are the two questions? You will know if you're an avid listener to the podcast. If for whatever reason you've come across this and you're not an avid listener of the podcast, I'm going to pop it in the links below, or above actually, it'll come above on the YouTube channel. The best of 2020, so that's a great place to start on the podcast. So the two questions. What do you think of when you hear the term leadership? And where did your leadership journey start? So, first one, what do you think of when you think about leadership? The term leadership, the label that's called leadership. For me, it's three things. It's awareness, it's people, and it's flexibility. Okay, so awareness, lifelong journey, okay, of education. We only see what we see. We talk in the military about having a toolbox of skills, abilities, and it's a skill that you pick up over time. Your ability to be aware of what's going on around you, and it links to the 4L model which I've mentioned in previous vlogs, but I'm going into more detail in a future vlog about that: look, listen, learn and lead. So yeah, awareness is key. And then people, okay, it's not about you. I talk a lot about the importance of self-leadership, but it's about the environment that you create for others. What are other people doing when you're not there? Have you created the environment, the culture that are driving other people forwards and creating other leaders? And then flexibility. There's a term that we use all the time in the military when we were going through our training, and it was a bit of an in-joke that the answer to most things with regards to training and sort of like personal and professional development was it's situational. It's situational. You don't know till you're in that situation the tools, the language, the communication, the processes that you need to implement. So that's what comes to my mind. And then the personal one. Where did my leadership journey start? So I always say this, so like, was it on reflection or were you aware of it at the time? Mine very much is a accumulation of what happened in the past. So my bringing up, the environment I was brought up in, which has loads of stories that I won't go into today. But my parents and the people I surrounded myself with, and the sport I was involved with, team and individual. But really, I know it sounds cheesy, my leadership journey started when I actually joined the military. That was my sort of point that I had to start to take responsibility for myself and others. I was put into leadership roles. I mentioned the sport side of things. I did more sort of individual sport, racket sports, swimming, over the typical team like football, rugby. So it wasn't until I was in the military where I actually had to start taking responsibility through the basic training structure, and also subsequently the adventure training that I ended up obviously delivering and leading, that you were actually put out your comfort zone. We went on the promotion courses where you had to show your leadership skills, but that was really a hotbed for me to learn and develop. And I'm probably going to share with you a two-part vlog of some very important situations that happened to me that came to the forefront. I had to implement my training. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into myself. Please keep watching the podcast. We've got some amazing guests coming up in 2021, and I'd love to know your takeaways. But this week, ask yourself those two questions and share them with me in the comments below, or send me a message on LinkedIn. What are your what's your leadership journey look like? How did it start? And what do you think about when you think about leadership? Because that is ultimately going to help you move forward in your journey. So as you can see, I've just come into the sun. I'm going to let you go. Have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, 6 a.m. Monday. Remember, the podcast comes out on Wednesday. We've got Dawn Tolsher this week, MD of Tranmere Rovers, and it's a fantastic guest, and she speaks really well. All our guests are fantastic, and hope you have a fantastic week. Speak to you soon. Bye.